If you're wondering what it takes to become the absolute best, number one, the greatest in your industry, the first step is identifying what makes you a one of one. I'm going to tell you right now, your competition is always going to be thinking one step ahead. So if you want to become the greatest in your industry, the first thing you're going to have to do is think 90 steps ahead. And here's how. Hey guys, welcome back. If this is your first time watching, I am James Simpson, your high performance coach and CEO of Go Beyond Great. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about how to become the greatest in your industry. So the first thing I want to talk about is desire. See, a lot of people, when they're moving through entrepreneurship, they lose what they're deeming motivation. I want to go deeper than that. There are going to be days where you wake up and you just don't feel like doing it. You're going to say, I don't feel motivated. I don't feel like, doing this. And that's because your desire. And desire, what I relate to as desire, I want us to focus on vision. If your vision isn't huge, if you haven't created a beyond great vision, the best that ever did it type vision, then guess what? There are going to be days where you're not going to feel like doing it. You got to want this thing. You got to want it bad enough. So when you create your vision is tied to what? A huge desire. It shows that want. It shows that you're hungry. For example, imagine yourself going to a restaurant that only serves small plates, but you're starving. That's not going to work. You're going to get there. There's going to be a disconnect. You're going to be dissatisfied. Can I order 10 more small plates? Because this isn't enough food. See, your desire was this big, but your vision was, you have to make those adjustments to say, listen, if this is what I want, if I want to be the greatest that ever did it, I need to make a decision. I got to desire this thing. I got to want this thing. I've got to be hungry. And once you do that, you start writing your vision and then you see your vision. That's the beauty of writing it. Once you write it out, then you'll see it. Once you see it, then you're going to be driven to accomplish it. And that is the driving force to win. And that is the driving force to be great. Now let's go on to point number 2. So the second thing you're going to need is to make a decision. So you say, okay, wait, I want this thing. I want it bad. I've got my vision wrote out. It's plastered all over my wall. I've got my vision boards. I wrote it in my car. It's on my dashboard. It's on Post-it notes. I see it in the morning when I wake up. But then what, James? Decision is step 2. Now, decision is all about mindset and belief. Because we say we want a thing, but do we really believe it? And you know that you believe it when you make a decision. And decision comes down to saying, listen, what are the things that are going to keep me from accomplishing my vision? So first of all, a lot of people are dealing with their belief system, all right? So I classify beliefs not as good versus bad beliefs, but as old versus new. So don't think about this as a good belief or a bad belief. Think about this as, you know what? This is old. This served me when I made 6 figures, but it's not going to serve me when I make 7. So you got to take all these beliefs, all these things that you were thinking about that were serving you in this last season, and you can't bring that into your greatest season because what got you here won't get you there. And now the next step after that is I've got to have you have to stop people pleasing. You can't make everyone happy, okay? This is not going to happen. Some people are going to be upset with your decisions. Some people are going to be frustrated. Everyone's not going to be smiling, cheering you on, in your corner, going, hey, you can do it. They're going to be talking junk about you. That's part of the process. That leads me to my 4 fears. What you're going to notice here in your mindset is you're going to start dealing with fear. You're going to start dealing with doubt. And these are one of the 4 fears in coaching hundreds of entrepreneurs and helping them create 7-figure businesses. I've found that they stumble upon one of these 4 fears. And that's fear of not being good enough, fear of success, fear of failure, or fear of vulnerability. When you're dealing with one of those 4 fears, if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have the right belief system, they're going to just be planted. And guess what happens? When those seeds and those fears get planted, they spring forth doubt. Then we have fruits of doubt, fruits of self-sabotage. Then you start to get in your own way. And when you get in your own way, you start going, wait, I'm no longer making one decision. I'm having indecision. Should I do this? Should I do that? Then you start asking unqualified people for qualified advice. And that's because your mindset's broken. That's because you weren't believing big enough. So I need you, after you adjust your desire and create a big enough desire, I need you to make solid decisions, have a bulletproof mindset and bulletproof beliefs. Now that brings me to my third point, discipline. So we've talked about desire. That was vision. Then we talked about after you have that desire and you create that vision, then you got to make a decision. That's mindset and belief. And then after you do that, you have to become disciplined. Now, discipline is one of my favorite things. Why? Because it's one of the most challenging things for people to develop. Discipline is about one word: no. No. The word that is the same in every language. A lot of people think discipline is 100% about work ethic and working harder and putting your head down and getting it done and just hustle muscle and all that. No, you become a high performer by mastering the word no. You want to learn how to distance yourself from doubt, distraction, and comfort and the competition? Use the word no more often than everyone else. Hey, you coming in? No. Hey, you think you can watch? No. Do you think you can do me a favor? No. Can I borrow? No. Can you show up this weekend too? No. No. Because if it is not in alignment with my desire and the decisions I made, the answer is no. And the thing is, you are going to be consistent in doing the things that you said you would do despite how you feel. That's what discipline is. Consistent effort over time. Doing the thing that you said you would do even when the feeling in which you said it in has left you. Because you know, I'm willing to say no to everyone else. And when I say no to everyone else, I'm automatically saying yes to myself. When you say yes to yourself, it allows you to push past complacent thoughts, push past complacent actions, start making necessary sacrifices so you can win like you've never won and become the greatest that ever did it. Now that you've learned how to become the greatest in your industry, the next step is how do you maintain this greatness status and move it into high performance? So I want you to watch this video right here where I teach you exactly what it means to be a high performer. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button and comment below and let me know if you're ready to become the greatest.